The galaxy was calm. For many years, the United Star Systems, also called the USS, kept peace across hundreds of planets. Many alien species live under one rule, sharing knowledge and technology. The Zarn Council, made up of the oldest and strongest alien leaders, guided them all. One day, a strange signal came from the edge of the galaxy. It was from a planet called Earth. The humans had finally built ships strong enough to travel deep into space. They sent out a peaceful message. We are the people of Earth. We come in peace. We wish to learn and grow with others in the galaxy. The council was curious. Most of the alien races believed they had already met every important species. But these humans were new, and no one knew much about them. Some thought they were just another weak race looking for help. Others thought they might bring something useful. The Zarn Council invited a human to visit. Captain Mira Hayes was chosen to speak for Earth. She was calm, polite, and smart. Her brown hair was tied back, and she wore a simple uniform with the Earth flag on her shoulder. She smiled often but said little at the council meeting. Mira stood alone in front of over 30 different alien leaders. Bright lights shined down from the ceiling, and the chamber echoed with whispers. Some alien generals, like Commander Ralek of the Reptar Empire, looked at Mira with cold eyes. Commander Ralek was large, covered in green scales, and proud of his race's strength. The Reptars were known for their warships and powerful armies. Ralek crossed his arms and growled. Is this all the humans have to offer? One soft-speaking woman. Some of the other leaders chuckled. Mira didn't react. She simply bowed her head and said, "We are new to your council, but not new to survival. Earth is strong, though we do not show our power easily." Ralek slammed his hand on the table. "Words mean nothing. The galaxy respects action. You humans better learn that fast." Again, Mira smiled. "Yes, we have learned that lesson well. That is why we say never fight with humans." The room went silent for a moment. Then someone laughed, and the rest followed. No one took the words seriously. Later, Ralek spoke privately with the other Reptar commanders. "These humans are a joke. I will send a small fleet to test them. Let's take one of their mining outposts. That should show them their place." One of his officers hesitated. "But sir, they haven't attacked anyone. They asked for peace," Ralek growled. "Weaklings always talk peace before they beg for mercy. We will remind them who controls this galaxy." Meanwhile, Captain Mira returned to her ship. She looked out at the stars with quiet eyes. Her assistant, Lieutenant Park, stood beside her. "Do you think they'll attack us?" he asked. Mira nodded slowly. "Reptars never sit still. But let them try. They don't understand what they're walking into." Back on Earth, no one panicked. Humans had seen war. They had lived through centuries of it. Earth's history was full of conflict, survival, and growth. What the galaxy didn't know was that Earth had been preparing for space threats for a long time. While humans showed peace, they had also built machines that could protect their colonies without sending a single soldier. On the edge of human space, a mining station named Helios 9 sat quietly on an asteroid. Dozens of workers, engineers, and families lived there. Life was simple and quiet. Then, one day, warning lights flashed red. A Reptar scout fleet appeared from hyperspace. 5 ships, heavily armed, moved in quickly. They sent a message. "This station is now under Reptar control. Surrender and no harm will come to you." The human workers didn't panic. They simply followed the emergency plan. A signal was sent. It reached Earth. It also reached Mira. She said only one thing to her assistant. "It begins inside Helios 9. A new voice came online. "Defense systems activated. All civilians, please move to safety zones." Dozens of hidden turrets opened across the station's surface. Small drones launched from hidden bays. The Reptar ships opened fire, but they were not prepared. In seconds, one Reptar ship exploded. The others turned and tried to run. But the drones were too fast, too smart. One by one, the ships were disabled. Only one damaged ship escaped, limping back toward Reptar space. News spread fast. Humans had not fought with anger. They had not shouted. But they had answered. Commander Rollock sat in his war room, eyes fixed on the broken screen in front of him. Smoke still rose from the walls of his ship. Sparks flew from damaged circuits. The scout fleet had returned, or rather, what was left of it. Only one ship, burned, beaten, and barely flying. His officer stood nearby, holding a report. Sir, the Helios 9 mining station destroyed all 5 Raptor ships in less than 2 minutes. The humans used defense drones and automatic weapons systems. No living soldiers fought. Rollock clenched his fists. How could they have such power on a small mining rock? The officer hesitated. We don't know. Their weapons were advanced. Their drones moved faster than anything we've seen. Some kind of self-learning AI. Rollock slammed the table with his tail. Impossible. Humans are new. They should be weak. He turned toward the screen, where Captain Mira Hayes appeared in a recorded message. She stood calmly, hands behind her back. Commander Rollock, your actions have been answered. The humans of Earth do not seek war, but we will not run from it either. This was a warning. There will not be a second one. Rollock bared his sharp teeth. She thinks we fear her. No. We will crush Earth before they rise any further. Back on Earth, the news of the attack spread quickly. Most humans remained calm. This was not the first time they had been challenged. But for many, this was the first proof that the galaxy did not trust them or understand them. Mira stood in the center of the Earth Alliance Hall. Screens showed Raptor warships on the move. The Zarn Council remained silent. No punishment was given to the Raptors for their attack. That silence said everything. Mira turned to her team. They think we're bluffing. They think we got lucky. So now they're coming with full force. A young officer named Ken asked, should we call for reinforcements? Mira shook her head. No, let them come. Let the galaxy watch. Deep in space, hidden from all, the humans had built secret facilities on moons, asteroids, and planets. Their technology was older than it looked but constantly upgraded. Their scientists worked in silence. Their engineers created machines no alien had ever seen. One such place was the Black 4Gen underground human factory hidden inside a hollow planet. Here, the human war A's were built and tested, and from here, a message was sent. Code Red, Operation Iron Veil is now active. Defend all borders. Do not advance unless attacked. On the other side of the galaxy, Commander Rollock's massive invasion fleet moved through hyperspace. 200 warships, armed with heavy cannons and planetary bombs, followed him. He wanted to destroy Earth before the humans could build more weapons. Rollock growled in front of his soldiers. We will strike fast. No survivors. Let them learn what it means to face the Raptor Empire. But something strange happened when they reached the human border. Nothing was there. No fleets. No defenses, only silence. Rollock laughed. They ran, cowards. The Raptor fleet moved closer to the solar system. As they passed Neptune, something flickered in the darkness. Suddenly, dozens of human ships appeared cloaking like ghosts from the void. They were smaller than Raptor warships, but faster, sleeker. Strange energy fields hummed around them. Their designs were unknown to the Raptors. No life signals were found, only machines. Rollock stood frozen. What are those? His scanners tried to lock onto the human ships but failed. Every signal bounced back. Every weapon targeting system went dark. Then, one human voice echoed across every channel. It was Captain Mira. Commander Rollock, you were warned. But you made your choice, Rollock shouted. Open fire! The Raptor fleet launched hundreds of missiles and plasma beams. The human ships didn't move. Not at first. Then, just as the attacks hit, they vanished. The plasma passed through empty space. Then the human ships reappeared behind the Raptor fleet. Their weapons activated. Blue beams of silent energy struck the Raptor ships, one by one. The mighty warships shut down, their engines melting, their systems fried. No explosions. Just silence and death. In less than 3 minutes, half the fleet was gone. Rollock screamed, retreat, get us out of here. But the humans did not follow. They didn't chase. They only stayed at the edge of the solar system watching. Back on Earth, Mira stood before the Global Council. They were not ready to believe us, she said. Now they must. Her assistant, Park, looked nervous. What now? Mira looked at the stars through the window. Now the galaxy knows. We tried peace. We offered respect. But they wanted a fight. She turned. And now they've made a mistake. News of the battle spread fast. Across the galaxy, alien races whispered in shock and fear. The mighty Raptor fleet had been destroyed not by a large army, but by a small group of silent human warships, machines. No pilots, no mess, some said. It was magic. Others said it was a trick. But one thing was now certain: humans were not weak. In the Zarn Council chamber, leaders of the galaxy sat in silence. The tall, silver-skinned Vartan looked troubled. The insect-like Krith clicked their claws nervously, even the cold. Sharp-eyed Tevrin kept their eyes low. The head of the council, Chancellor Drovek, finally spoke. Commander Rolek's fleet was wiped out in minutes. The humans have shown great power. We must now decide how to respond. A Tevrin ambassador stood. We should punish the Raptors. They attacked without permission. But a Krith queen hissed. And what if the humans turn that power on us? They could destroy all of us if we anger them. Voices rose, fear mixing with pride. Some wanted to talk to Earth. Others wanted to prepare for war, just in case. Then, a soft voice echoed through the chamber. I believe Earth has already spoken. It was Captain Mira Hayes. She stood tall in the middle of the council hall, her Earth uniform clean and simple. The council turned toward her. Chancellor Drovek said, Captain Mira, Earth has shocked the galaxy. Some are afraid. Some are angry. What is your message now? Mira looked around slowly. We asked for peace. We still want peace. But we won't stand quietly while attacked. Helios 9 was not a military base. It was a home for workers, families, children. She paused. You didn't protect us, so we protected ourselves. Chancellor Drovek asked, what are your demands? Mira shook her head. Earth makes no demands. We only send a warning. Do not test us again. Respect our borders. Leave our people alone. That is all. Some in the room nodded. Others remained silent. Mira stepped back. Her message was clear. Far away, deep in human space, hidden bases began to stir. One base, called Outpost Black Echo, was located inside a dead star. Inside, engineers worked with machines that could bend light and matter. Huge metallic creatures, part drone, part starship, rested in hangars. In one chamber, a man known only as the Architect stood before a glowing map of the galaxy. A voice spoke behind him. Captain Mira has delivered the warning. They'll hesitate now. The Architect nodded. His face was hidden behind a smooth helmet. His voice was low and calm. Good. That gives us time. Time for what? The voice asked. Time to prepare. The Architect said. They still don't understand what humans are. They saw only one wing of our defense. He touched the map. 1,000 red dots glowed. If they choose peace, we will welcome them. But if not, he didn't finish the sentence. In Raptor space, Commander Rolek returned to his homeworld in shame. His once proud fleet was gone. His people demanded answers. Rolek stood before the Raptor High Command. They used strange weapons, cloaked ships, fast machines. We could not fight them. But I will not stop. We must strike again. One Raptor general hissed, No, we've already lost too much. We need to understand them before we act. Rolek roared. They embarrassed us. But no one followed him this time. Fear had entered the hearts of even the bravest warriors. Back on Earth, Mira met with world leaders. They sat in a round room, filled with screens showing different parts of the galaxy. Some leaders were angry. Others were scared. One asked, should we expand our fleet? Build more warships? Mira shook her head. No, let them come to us. If they choose war again, they'll face the full power of Earth. But we don't need to scare them. We only need to be ready. Another leader asked, and if they choose peace? Mira smiled. Then we gain new friends, strong ones. That week, Earth sent a new message to the galaxy. It played on every council screen, on every military base, and in every alien city. The message showed peaceful images, green forests, oceans, cities filled with smiling humans, Then, Mira's face appeared. "We are the people of Earth. We come in peace. But know this, we will protect our own. Our silence is not weakness. Our patience is not fear. You may forget many things in your life, but never forget this one truth. Never fight with humans." The screen faded to black. Across the stars, silence followed. But now, no one laughed. The galaxy waited. The tension was thick, like a storm before the rain. Everyone knew war might come soon. Commander Ralek was not ready to give up. He gathered what was left of his forces and called for help from other alien races. Some answered, sending ships and weapons. They all feared the humans' new power, but some wanted to stop Earth before it grew stronger. The massive alien armada moved toward the solar system. 200 warships, bigger and stronger than ever, crossed through space with one goal: destroy Earth on Earth. Captain Mira Hayes watched from the command center. The room was quiet but full of energy. Scientists and engineers moved quickly. Screens showed every enemy move. Mira stood with her assistant, Lieutenant Park. "They think size wins," she said softly. Park nodded. "But we have speed and brains." Humans did not send large warships to meet the enemy. Instead, hundreds of small, fast ships appeared from hidden bases across the solar system. These ships moved like shadows, impossible to catch or target. The alien armada fired wave after wave of missiles and plasma beams. The human ships dodged with perfect timing. They weaved through fire, attacking from all sides. Suddenly, a strange thing happened. Human ships fired silent beams of energy. These beams did not explode but passed through enemy shields and damaged the ship's engines and control systems directly. One by one, the alien warships slowed, lost power, and drifted in space. Commander Ralek watched in horror as his mighty fleet fell apart. His flagship was hit. Alarms blared. He tried to call for retreat, but many ships could not respond. The human ships never attacked with anger. They acted like machines, calm, precise, and efficient. No soldiers fired guns. No pilots shouted orders. Just silence and destruction. The battle lasted only minutes. The largest fleet in the galaxy's history was almost destroyed. When the last alien ship was disabled, the human fleet vanished as quickly as it had appeared. They left no wreckage, no prisoners, no warning shots. Captain Mira's voice echoed across all communication channels. "This was a defensive strike. We did not start this war. If you wish to live in peace, respect Earth and its people. If you seek war, prepare for your end." The galaxy was stunned. Even those who wanted to fight felt fear. Stories spread like wildfire. The humans fight like ghosts, machines that cannot be stopped. Some alien leaders whispered, "We must rethink everything we know." Back on Earth, Mira stood before the global leaders. "We did not want war," she said. "But peace cannot grow where fear rules. We showed our strength not to destroy, but to protect." Lieutenant Park smiled. "They will remember this day." Mira nodded. "Yes, they will never forget it." The battle was over. The alien fleet was broken, scattered, and silent. The galaxy had changed forever. No one could deny Earth's strength anymore. The Zorn Council gathered again. This time, the room was filled with respect and fear. Chancellor Drovik spoke first. "The humans have shown power beyond all our expectations. We must now choose a new path, one of peace or one of endless war." The silver-skinned Varn ambassador stood. "We must accept Earth as an equal. Their strength is clear. To fight them again would be suicide." The insect-like Krith Queen nodded. "Let us learn from them, not fight." Commander Ralek remained silent. He was broken but alive. He watched the council change, knowing the Raptors had lost their chance. To lead Earth was offered a seat at the highest level of the council. Captain Mira Hayes was chosen to represent humanity. She stood before the galaxy's leaders. "We do not seek to rule or conquer. We only want respect and peace." Some leaders were wary, others curious. Mira smiled gently. "Humans survived many wars on Earth. We learned that strength is not just in weapons, but in the will to protect what matters." Across the stars, alien races began to visit Earth. They wanted to understand the humans who had changed the galaxy. Humans welcomed them. They shared knowledge, culture, and friendship died in time. Earth became a center of new technology and ideas. New alliances formed. The galaxy grew stronger together. But the warning remained clear in every mind. Never fight with humans, because when humans fight, they fight to protect their home, their people, and their future with every skill, every machine, and every heart. And the galaxy would always remember that lesson.